you know, I'm saying if it was said to them or whatever, you know, then they turn around and do something really stupid. Or I won't say stupid, I'll say, in the heat of the moment, you know, you never know how it's going to hit people. You know what I mean? Like, you never know how people are going to react. And how people are going to take it. And even if someone thinks, okay, I'm doing it as fun or whatever, and they kind of lash out, it's sad because, you know, people do get hurt. Just because you can't see them because you're in your mom's basement typing away on a Dell 64 or whatever, people get hurt. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I look at it like, I know people say that, well, you shouldn't give them this moment and you're fanning the flames. I think something needs to be said because
yeah,
it's not so much upsetting me, but it just pisses me off that it's a continuous problem. And I mean, I know it's not just with YouTube, but you see this in other sites within the social media, like IMDb, the message boards, and etc. This is an ongoing problem. But I just ask, why can't we be civil? Is it too much to be civil? If you don't agree with a point, if you don't agree with something, then, you know, name your reason, state your reason, instead of, well, I'm going to lash out because, or, you know, hate on this guy or stalk this guy.
Yeah.
Just for no reason, thinking that no one could find me, I'm invisible because I'm behind a keyboard, I'm the keyboard warrior, I'm part of that mob mentality. And I think it's just a sickness. I think it's a disease. I think that a lot of these keyboard warriors / trolls are narcissists and sadists. There's been times where I've been over the top and, you know, I will say, fuck this movie, but that's me being over the top. I'm tongue-in-cheek because I joke around. But I don't, if you like a certain film, I understand that. It's not like, there's tons of people on YouTube that love Batman vs. Superman or love the Dark Knight trilogy. But I'm not going on these videos and disliking the video or I'm lashing out at that person for liking it.
Yeah, exactly. And I know that even like, you know, with everyone that we know doing this, making videos, I'm saying, I've never came across that where they did something out of malice or, you know what I mean? Like, I listen to like you, I listen to Wildman, I listen to like Matt, I listen to OCP, and I've never heard them go out of their way to be crazy to a person. So I don't see why people come back on people like us. Like I don't understand why, and not just us. I mean, just people in general. They just go crazy on it. You know, there's one thing of doing it in honest fun and good taste, but there's another thing of it to take it to that level of you're going after someone viciously.
And it's mostly the extremists. And people say, well, most of them are kids. Well, newsflash, a lot of them are adults too. Adults that have families, that have a full-time job, where have a career, and they just want to take that 30 minutes or hour out of a day to scope around on YouTube for people that they don't like. For some reason, they can't stand the way they look, can't stand their videos.
Yeah.
And it's dislike. And that's their off time. That's their spare time.
Yeah.
It's too much time on Instagram.
And it's hard too because we do this out of passion, you know? Like a lot of people who do this do it because it's their art or it's their passion. And we invest a lot of time into this. We don't get paid for this. We, you know, so it's sad that people would attack it. And I would assume maybe some of it's out of jealousy, you know, but to some crazy degree. But, you know what I mean? It's not...
A sickness, really.
Yeah, it's like going after... It's like... it's like a lot of people have really great things in their lives, but they'll come home and they'll make a video because it makes them happy. And then they make that video trying to be wholehearted, and they put it online, and someone will attack it. You know, like, in the worst possible ways. And then, as you said before, the key word, no pun intended, the key word was mob mentality. Then you got all these other people who start jumping on, you know, because it's the mob, it's the cool thing. Like, you know, I don't mind if people like Batman versus Superman. I'm a person who wishes I could have liked Batman versus Superman, because I've been waiting so long for it. And I'm a big Superman fan. Like, I don't know how many hundreds I spent on Superman stuff. Comics, you know, just comics. My lunch money, every day I would just save up my lunch money when I was a kid. And at the end of the week, I would starve myself for the whole week. And then at the end of the week, I would just go comic shopping. You know, so I don't get it. It's like, I love these characters just as much as everybody else. But, you know, I don't agree with the studio pulling all these shenanigans behind their back. I would rather see a movie where the timelines work and it's treated, you know, it's treated for the fans. You know, because where's the legacy to pass on to our kids if that's going to be the case? You know, if Zack Snyder just wants to create his own universe, which is pretty much how it is, you know, I'm for it, but I'm not going to watch it. I'd rather crack open Death of Superman back in, you know, in my office and read that. And I'm not saying it because I hate, like, I want to be hateful, because I love that property, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's these are bad times, you know. But then again, freedom of speech and all that stuff, and I don't know. The internet's a pretty crazy place. Everyone is an expert. Everyone has their opinion. So,
and I think too as well that the fans, there are such things as opinions.
Yeah.
So.
And it sucks because this thing will never go away. Until we have policing the internet, policing every comment. And you know what? They should start hiring people to do that. You know? Because when I have kids, I don't want them looking on the internet and learning every fucking foul language from watching a Bambi video, strolling through the comments, learning every single vulgar term there is. You know, they should just hire people to police these things, go on sites, you know, erase them all, or actually police it, and then maybe even look up the IPs of some of these people doing this, and maybe sending them some fines or something. And it's sad because as long as we don't have that, people are still going to do it. They're always going to do it. We'll never win. And it's sad because, you know what? Kids kill themselves because of this shit. You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, as much as, you know, little Joey in the sticks thinks he's cool for, you know, making fun of someone's braces, maybe that girl's going to kill herself tomorrow. You know what I mean? It's not cool.
Yeah. But I think here was something that as I was saying. But also too, fuck, I had a point.
Sorry.
Are you good? I think shit. I'm going to have to come back to that point because I had something on the tip of my tongue that
Okay.
Yeah, okay, I know what I was going to say, but, and also too, if people that comment saying, well, if you start off an argument, let's say, you know, going back to the video I mentioned in the beginning, this guy started off saying, well, you guys are idiots. I'm sorry, you know, yeah, I responded back, but again, like I said, I shouldn't have, because, you know, you're going to call us idiots and then continue with your argument. Um, and I'm sorry, that's not an argument. I think people, a lot of these fans, fanboys, when you attack and you lash out, that's not a critique.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a, that's not an argument. I'm tired. I'm tired of that shit too. That a lot of these fans and trolls thinking, well, if I'm going to lash out, if I'm going to call this guy an idiot or whatever, that's an argument. That's a critique.
Mm-hmm.
That's a counterpoint.
Yeah.
I know you've probably dealt with this too.
Yeah. Like I didn't see the comment that they left on that video. Like I didn't see it on the video. I didn't notice it, but where was I going with this? I kind of lost my train of thought too. Yeah, I didn't see that comment, but I know that, like, if people leave me bad comments, I'll like, I think it's only happened a couple times, but I usually get them in my inbox if that makes people feel any better. But I'll erase them. But you know what? I don't let it bother me. I just look at it as thank you for the view that you just gave me, even though that it came with a bad comment. I still got your view, so that's kind of how I look at assholes. Like, if someone wants to be an asshole on the internet, that's how I look at it. But it just sucks because, it's like, we have friends in our circle, and I get messages from those friends saying, and viewers of your show and my show, and I get messages from them saying, like, these guys are trying to run me out of town because I like this thing, or I like that thing. You know what I mean? It's not cool. It's when people have to, like, resort to if someone likes something and you don't like it, you don't have to resort to calling them every single name in the book until they leave the chat or leave the Facebook page. You know what I mean? It bothers me. People like that it makes me crazy sometimes.
Yeah, so it's a widespread issue because in a lot of these message boards, they're cancerous for that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they talked about Batman vs Superman. People say, well, what about this whole thing about the fans and the critics and such? Well, as I said before, and I'll say this again, I think both parties are in the wrong. And when it comes to the fanboys, whether it's Marvel, DC, doesn't matter. There's people that have been respectful. There's people that have liked certain films that have been respectful, that have been kind, that I will respond to if you're respectful.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of it is the extremists, those that will, hide behind the keyboard to not have conversation or start a dialogue, but, just lash out and either send death threats or wish death on you, or it's fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, I think there was a death threat. I think I was reading on IMDb. But there was a death threat on a critic because of Batman vs Superman.
Wow. So they're ready to throw themselves in jail to make a point. That's horrible.
So, I mean, I know we talked about that some too, about the DCU and in regards to the Batman vs Superman. But I'm just getting tired of the extremists. I'm getting tired of their damn mob mentality. I'm getting tired of their arrogance and their